Hello everyone. So today I have a project share, and I made, as you know by the title, an altered embroidery hoop or hoop mail, however you call it. So this is a project by Diemond dies, and these are the dies that I used. Don't forget to use the code Thanks Rosa for a 10% off your total purchase over $35 plus free shipping worldwide. So of course I used my favorite, which is the bow die, and I made a mason jar, a shaker embellishment, which you should have seen that video by now, and if you haven't, I will link that up there in a card. And then for the label, I used the nesting tickets. This is label number 3. I used the nesting hearts. I tried to make another one of some embellishments that I had made like during Valentine's Day, and if you haven't seen that video, I will link it again in a card up there. And then I used these scallop circles. So I had this, I have to say, has been like long overdue swap. It took me forever to complete this swap, you guys, and oh my gosh, I don't know why. But let me show you something before. So I was inspired by this one, this is beautiful. This is from Rhonda, and oh my gosh, I absolutely love the way this one came out. I will you'll see at the end of the video, I will have a link so that you can just click on it and watch this video if you haven't, or if I'm able to put it in a card, I'll do that. I don't know how many cards I'm allowed to do, but I made mine. This was my front, but as you can see, she used fabric, and I think which made it more flexible, because look, this is like fully loaded, you guys, and you can see I haven't used anything because I just love the way it looks. And so I have this displayed in my room where on what I call my cutting station, and I look at it every so often, especially right now that I was making one of these. I had it right in front of me on my desk. This is what I use for inspiration, and I love the way she made this, and I don't want to use anything because it looks just so beautiful. Anyways, but what I'm trying to get to is that she used fabric, and then for this pocket she used this like lace, cotton lace or whatever it's called, but which I think is what made it so flexible, because mine doesn't nearly have as much stuff as this. I tried my best, but I use paper, and paper isn't that as flexible. But so now let me show you mine. All right, so here is my altered hoop or hoop mail, and of course I use the Abigail Nit Wit collections. This is the very first project that I made using this collection. It wasn't the embellishments. But I love this paper, you guys. It is digital paper, and it is beautiful, as you can see, to work with. You don't even have to embellish it as much because of how beautiful and how shabby this paper is. Anyways, okay, so let me start with the front. So like I had mentioned, this is all paper, and the whole thing is covered with this beautiful paper, and I did try to sand this part so it can look a little bit more roundish. So here is the front. I added one of these. This is a choker it's a jewelry piece from Walmart, and that's how I used it. And here is just a cluster of flowers. These are earrings from Walmart. This is from I Am Roses, and then this I believe is from Recollections. And behind all that is this beautiful piece of like applique, and it is just beautiful. This is from downtown LA. So this is the first pocket right here, and let me start taking everything out. So of course I have already shown you these embellishments that I made. So I used one for this project, and there is my bow, and here is the ticket from Diemond dies, and it is just so pretty, you guys. I love it. This clip right here, this was inspired by Ebony, who is sharing more here on YouTube, and I'm going to have a video on these later, But I ended up making this one into a paper clip, and I just love the way it came out. And I used my new mini envelope punch board, and that's what I made, and it is just so cute. The love is from Diamond Eyes, as well as the scallop circle, and there's a flower from the collection, and this hello is just a sticker. And in the back I just covered up that paper clip with another rose, and it is just so pretty, and it's so tiny, you guys. This is like, I think this is the smallest envelope you can make using that punch board. So in this one right here, I cut out a bunch of flowers that she can layer, and this is what the die looks like. This is from my stash. So you can see that this cuts out the solid, and this cuts out like the one with all the details, which is this right here. And so I layered it. I've had this in my stash for a while, and I haven't really used it as much. And then, so I gifted her some, and these bags are those pretzel bags that you can get from Michael's or even Hobby Lobby. And then there is the hearts, this, and another rose, and that hello from Diamond Eyes. So that's that. And then in this little baggie is some beautiful rhinestone chain that I got from Allie. And then this right here, this I used this as a topper, but it's called a label. It's a label. It's from the same collection from, it's the Abigail from Nit Wit. I used it as a topper. Same thing with this one. And because they're digital paper, you can resize them as big or as small as you like. Oh, and then in this pocket, I added this pen. I was going to add a pink one, but the pink one that I had like orange in it. These are also from Allie, and I really liked it because all of them have that gold like crown on the top, and then it has like a pearl, and they write really nice. So I added this one because I thought it was so pretty. And then, so you can see that, you can start seeing the two pockets right there. So I already took everything out of the first pocket. So now I'm going to start with the second pocket. So in the second pocket, I added some of this crinkled seam binding that I crinkled it up, and then I just wrapped it around with some of that paper from Abigail Nit Wit. And then here is a back topper. This is also another die from my stash. And then you can see the scallop circle. This is also from the paper collection. And you can see the flower right there, how it's layered. And then in the center, I added that like plastic resin. And it's so pretty. And then I added a few cutouts from two different mason jars that I have. That way she can use them or decorate them or use them however she wants. And then here is another embellishment that I've made, and you have seen that video by now, hopefully. And this is how I packaged it up. This trim right here is from Hobby Lobby, and more cutouts from the collection. The last thing I'm about to show you, this right here, is the very first thing that I made. And so I made this one, but I don't know, I feel like it looks kind of weird because since I had to cut it out, because otherwise the wand would be sticking out like that high end. I thought, at the time, I thought I was going to make it like, keep it, you know, within this area right here, but that didn't happen. But all of these are just cutouts from the collection, and I just love the way these come out, you guys. I am trying to work on my layering, and so I like it. And then this is also a cutout from the collection, and you can see that I used my Martha Stewart punch for that, as well as I used my Martha Stewart for both pockets. And then here is just a doily that I got from Downtown LA because I thought, you know, it makes it more shabby. And here is what the actual hoop looks like without all of the stuff in it. Here is some really dainty trim. This is from downtown LA. This trim right here is from Hobby Lobby, as well as the one inside. And the reason why I did that is because when I added this pocket, I didn't do a very good job, and you can see that it's a lot short. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a lot shorter. Yeah, it's a lot shorter. So to cover it up, I ended up, that's the reason why I added this trim inside. And I did add it all around. And I didn't have to, but I did. Because afterwards, I ended up adding the pockets. And that's what they look like. And I did add foam to make these, was it this one? Yeah. So on this one, I did add foam to make it a little bit more dimensional so that I can add stuff in it. So that the paper can stretch a little bit, I did add, I think, some straws. I think I added this straw. I don't know which one it was, but I added some straws just to make it a little bit more flexible and stuff. And same thing with this one. But this is what it looks like, you guys. It's so pretty. And of course, I already showed you the back. Alright, you guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it has inspired you to make your own. This is my very first embroidery hoop that I make, and this was my very first hoop that I received from Rhonda, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Rhonda, because this is what inspired me to finally make my own. So don't forget to leave me a comment, tell me what you think, and that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.